And for more, we have DD India's Akshay Dongre joining us. Well, Akshay, negotiations are still on as far as tariff on India is concerned. Where do you see this going?
Well, it's hard to speculate, Lipakshi, at this point in time, given the fact that this entire thing has been, utterly unprofessional as far as deciding the tariffs on countries are concerned, be it deciding the tariff to implementing and the way it has been implemented and the reason that have been cited, have been uneven, have been irrational at many point of time, and have been, dictatorial in many sense. Because if you do trade on your terms, you do trade on the benefit of the two countries. Trade improves relations, but here trade isn't, it's not just India, but for many countries, trade has been used as a tool for blackmail. Trade has been used as a tool to say that you fall in line, follow what we tell you. Only do business with our companies. If you do business with our adversary, we'll put a tariff on you. So that is exactly what's happening, and this is quite unprecedented. Not just in recent years of modern economics and finance, but historically it has never happened that countries be punished for through trade. In this manner, the entire country unilaterally being implemented with high tariffs, because the head of the state doesn't like something about a country, or hasn't the other country doesn't agree to some of their decision, or dictate as far as US is concerned. While India has made a lot of negotiations, India has made a lot of concessions as well, and many aspects India has reduced the tariffs, and it has given more space in its economy for US companies to do business from, even at the cost of its relations with many of its allies like Russia. But there is a limit to everything. India has a drawn line as far as energy resources are concerned, that it cannot just switch off its economy. It will have to, when it comes to its national security, it will procure whatever kind of technology serves the best interest of its national security. And when it comes to energy, it will pursue the path that gives it the cheapest and the most reliable sources of, natural gas and oil, that will keep its economy running. So there are certain things that you just do not negotiate on, and it seems that we have reached that point, and perhaps that's the reason why this unilaterally high tariff has been implemented on India. But as of now, our negotiation will still continue at some level. But when it comes to these core ideas, it doesn't seem much to change in the near future either.
Right, Akshay. If we talk about the other countries, Trump has also signed an order to justify 50% tariffs on Brazil. So what strategic or economic considerations might have driven President Trump to impose such a steep tariff on Brazil while striking more favorable terms with South Korea, whereas deal with Canada is still not concluded?
Well, Lipakshi, the exact point that I was trying to make, everything is irrational, and it's erratic at many point. Because when it comes to Brazil, when initially the tariffs were announced, it was just a 10% tariff for Brazil, but now, it has just gone the opposite way. Other countries have reduced the tariff that was initially proposed for Brazil. It has gone up, 5 times, and the reason, perhaps the biggest reason, is the case that's going again Jair Bolsonaro, the former president of Brazil, who has been an ally of Donald Trump. And Trump has said that the kind of investigation, the kind of corruption, be it corruption or other investigations that are going on against Jair Bolsonaro, if they don't stop, then the tariff will be implemented on the entire country. So you can see the scale of misuse of something that is so serious, such as tariff, can alter the course of economies around the world. So that is being used for internal, domestic, internal political issues by a president of another country. While Brazil has hit back, but clearly this entire thing seems like straight out of a comedy movie as of now. Back to you, Deepak.
All right, Akshay. Thank you so much for all those information.